Hello, Warlocks of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 28th episode of our Eldritch Invocation series. Today we're going to be taking a look at Master of Myriad forms. This is actually a level up of our previous video, which is Mask of Many Faces, in more ways than not. There are some advantages to Mask of Many Faces, though. There's also advantages to this, and I'll get into those in a little bit here. But in terms of where to start out, let's take a look at the description. First and foremost, it's going to be worth noting that there is a prerequisite for this, and that is that you have to be of at least 15th level, so this is really for those end games. That is 15 levels of Warlock, by the way, not 15 total character levels, so please bear that in mind. And the description reads as followed. You can cast Alter Self at will without expending a spell slot. Super cool stuff. It does still consume an action for what it's worth, so just bear that in mind when you're using it. That being said, let's break this down a little bit in the overview section. It essentially means physically change your body. You can develop gills and fins, change your appearance, or create claws and teeth, which are considered magical and get a +1 to attack and damage. So super cool stuff there. Needless to say, there's a ton of upside to this. An advantage over Mask of Many Faces in terms of roleplay is this is a physical change. So there's no investigation check, no bump into you and you realize something's wrong. You physically become these things, which is super cool. It applies with mostly the same rules. I'll put a full description in the description section here until we actually do a video on it, in which case I'll place the description with the video. But it's really good. The biggest downside to this is, sadly, it is a concentration spell. So just bear that in mind. It's also a 2nd level spell, so it's not... At 15th Warlock level, I personally don't necessarily like this a whole lot. I know it has a lot of upside, but it doesn't scale with leveling. It's a 2nd level spell, and it takes up one of your precious invocation slots. So whether or not I'd pick it, you know, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. There's certainly upside to it, my goodness, but I'd run a lot of this past your DM, but you could potentially use it to develop kind of like gliding wings, or even kind of like not necessarily spider legs, but some form of feet that would allow you to climb on walls, stuff of that nature. So there are certain things you could potentially do with this that would be awesome, but I'd run it past your DM just to make sure, right? Because by raw, it only mentions the aquatic stuff, changing your appearance, and the natural weapons. So yeah, just run it past them. In any case, that's all I really have to say about Master of Myriad forms. If you have any ideas, any concepts, any combinations, or any thoughts and opinions, just please put them down beneath in the comment section. I really appreciate it, and it just helps our community grow a lot, so it's just really great to hear from you guys. In any case, thank you so much for tuning in today, and as always, happy casting.